Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to create a second row front seat mounting bracket. In my last video I have covered the second row rear seat mounting bracket. I hope you have checked that one also. So let's see over here. We have created the second row rear seat mounting bracket by using a stamping method, but here we have to change our manufacturing method. So it will be a press brake method or foldable bracket method. The mainly reason is, if you will see the say difference, here is a 65, so that much depth is not possible for the small bracket. So that's why we're going to use the press brake method or foldable bracket method. So I will draw you quickly so you will understand how our part will look like. So the simple, we're going to create extract from here. So the section will be look like this. If you extracted this face, so it will be look like this, and similar for other side also. So it will look like this. Okay, and then we have to create over here flanges. Okay, why we going to create these flanges? To get a spot weld on this face. So here will be another overlapping surface, and it will be create a spot weld with this top face. So how many spot we are getting here? So I will show you. Here we will get a two spot. Okay, for the side, here we will get a spot, and this top face also. Similarly, as a front, we will get a spot at rear, and for the here we provide the spot on RH. Similarly, we can provide the spot on the LH and the top mounting face. So for the here we will check how much diameter they have provided. Okay, similarly here they have provided 5. Uh, here also they have used the radial 5, so diameter is 10. So they use M10 M10, and here is also M10. Let's check the another hole. It may be a locator, so let's check. Yes, it is for the locator. So why we use a locator? So here will be, I think this one is mid. So and yes, so here this one is at the center. So that's why it will maybe uh, oblong hole, and at the end they will use a circular hole to uh, because here will be a one rail, here will be a one rail. Okay, so that's why here will be a circular hole, here will be a circular hole for the locator, and here will be a oblong hole to locator to adjust the clearances. Okay, uh, let's try to create a brackets. I have created already surfaces to save our extra time, and so I will explain briefly in a less time. Okay, so let's check the thickness over here. So in last video we have considered this floor thickness is upward direction. So this cross member thickness is also upward. So firstly we will create a that. Okay, move to the geometric surface. Yes. So I'm going to create this offset of this floor, which is a 0.7. Okay, so you're able to see it's perfectly matching with cross member surface, and the cross member thickness will be a 1.2. So we will rename it offset, which offset is there, 0.7 floor, and here it will be offset of 1.2 mm, 1.2 front, second row front cross member, second row. Okay, we will give a different color to them. Yes, okay. Now we don't require the input um, surface here. So let's extract Here also we can use a symmetry operation. Similarly, we have also like a previous videos. Okay, so I'm going to untrim. Now use extra pole. 100 is also enough. Let's go with the 200. Okay, put it down to curvature and point continuity. Continuity. Okay, so here what we have done, we have create created and untrim them. Similarly for the this rail surface also created the extract. Now untrim. Okay, after the untrim we have to use an extra pole. Okay, so I hope there is one problem. If we use this surface directly, so after the fillet, there will be a less gap uh, between fillet edge to this locator hole edge. Also, similarly here, okay, if I created one fillet over here, so it will be too close to this hole. Okay, and we haven't considered the walnut yet. So we have to provide the 3 mm gap from walnut edge to this fillet edge. So we need to create a different strategy over here. So initially what we thought that we can create just simply just we will get extract here and then we will use. But right now we have to change that strategy. We will extract this face because we have to provide spot over here. But then what we have to do, we have to change the angle from here. So maybe then we will get enough clearance from this walnut, and also we will get a spot over here. Okay, I hope you understand this. So let's move on to change the angle of that face. So I have created this point at the center of this circle. So here is my extrude 2. So I will create a tentative offset of from this extrude to reference. So it will be around let's go with the 50. Preview, reverse direction, preview. Okay, so I think 50 is more, so let's go with the 40, and I will create intersect over here. Okay, so I have created one intersect. Now I will going to create a sweep over there. I'm going to use with draft direction, and the draft direction will be a Z. Okay, so here I'm putting the angle is around 10. So let's check if 10 is too much. So we will decrease that angle to up to 6 or up to 3, because it is a press brake bracket. So there is not an issue of a draft. So here you will see what we have done. We have created one extra uh, sweep there, but I think it's at a similar angle. Let's measure the angle between them. So from here to here, how much angle is there? So there is a 2 degree of difference. So it will be a create uh, like this. We not able to match the uh, angle over here. So we will change our strategy. we can't use the previous video strategy over here, so I will delete this offset from here. Now I'm going to use the tops, this extrude one and this top face which we have extrapolated over here. I'm going to directly intersect with this extrapolar and extrapole 2. So here will be one surface is generated, and now I'm going to use that intersect to create a sweep. So it will be helpful me to change the angle. So right now is 8 degree. Okay, like right now we go with 0. If possible, we will change it now the angle. Now move it to the 3. Yes, so 3 is okay for me. So I have created one extra angle with over here with the draft direction of 3. So similarly, I'm going to use for the this extra pole 2 also. Okay, so here I'm going to create one intersect with the top face. So my sweep will be a start from this. So here I'm going to use draft direction Z. Okay, now I have to choose the angle 3 degree, preview, then click OK. Now I'm going to trim it down so it will be easy to see what we have done on what we required. Yes, yes. So it's done. So it's fine. After we have provided filleted, there will be a chance to get a clear to make a clearance from welded over here. So this face is done, this face is done. Now here is bigger challenge that we have to create first uh, this flanges over there. So flanges will be like these flanges we have to create first, this one and this two. So for this we're going to use we have to create in basic surface. So insert geometric set, I'm going to provide the name as a flange 1 and flange 2. Okay, so I have created a geometric set here. I'm going to provide the name flange 1. Okay, for this I'm going to use, okay, we haven't created the tilted face, so let's create that face first. Okay, for this we required extrude, we will use this extrude one reference. Okay, we will create a offset distance from here to here. We will make it 40. Okay, okay, definitely make sure that if you're getting a spot on the side face, so you require at least minimum 60 uh, 60 mm space between here, because if you want to create a one spot here, so here is your gun, so here is your cathode and here is your anode. So it will to move in upward direction, you require at least 60 mm gap there, so your gun will be move in up and down. Okay, so that's why at least we require 60 mm. Okay, here what we have done, we have taken 40 mm offset, so 40 plus 40 it will be a 80, so there is not an issue. So I have created one intersect. Okay, and then in Z we will go with the 3. Let's go with the 3. If we need, we will increase that angle. Okay, so here what we have done, we have created one side face. Okay, so our bracket thickness will be 1.4. That's why I'm going to create one extra offset of 1.4, and this offset will be my flange 1. Okay, so let's unhide this trim 1 and trim 2. Okay, so I require this to create one offset. So I think this one is sweep 2 and this one is this one is sweep 2 and this one is sweep 3. So I'm going to use that to create offset for my flange here. I'm going to put it down the tentative value of 30. Okay, now this one is, so I'm going to create this flange one first. Which flange one? This one. So I'm going to hide this. Okay, so where is my top face? So top face is 4. So here also I require 20. I will keep a relief of 5 mm. So that's why I'm going to create a, from top it will be a around 8. I'm putting the I have created the offset of 8 mm. So similarly I require from the bottom also of 8 mm. So I have unhide this bottom face. I'm just creating one offset of 8 mm. Okay, so I don't require this bottom face. Also I don't require this top face. So I'm going to create a one C over here. Okay, so here what I have done, what I have created one C surface over here. I'm going to provide the fillet to this. The fillet will be a 5 mm at the edge, 5 mm. Now I'm going to split it this face with we have created one C surface. Okay, now I'm going to unhide this trim 1 and trim 2. So you're able to see what we have done. We have created this flange 1. Similarly, we're going to create a flange 2 over here. Okay, what we have created this flange 1. Similarly, we are going to create this flange 2. Okay, for that what we have done, we have created offsets from this face to here, this top face to bottom, and this bottom face to top. From here to here it's 8 mm, from top to bottom is 8 mm, and from this face, side face to this, we have taken tentatively around 30 mm. Okay, so we're going to use similar operation for the second flange. Okay, so that's why we're going to hide this trim 1, trim 2 again. We're going to hide this, unhide this sweep 3. Okay, we will make this both flange 1 and flange 2, so I'm not going to create a different geometric set. Okay, so how much we have taken there? 30 mm. Okay, so we're going to use the same offset over here. That's why I'm hiding the same offset 1.4 mm, 30. So I'm going to use offset, put it down the value 30. Okay, we have already created this top face and the bottom, so we're going to use the same here also. Now go to the trim, select the trim. Okay, select this 30 mm offset, then top offset. Okay, then trim, then bottom offset. Okay, again going to use the same fillet of 5 mm and the edge 5. Okay, I'm going to use a split operation because I want that flange. Okay, done. So here you will see we have created this two flange and we have created this trim 1, trim 2. So I hope you understand understood up to this. So what we do now, we have created this flange, so let's trim it down that flange. So what I'm going to use this trim operation. Okay, the trim one which we have already done. Now this face, click OK. Okay, see here also same. Select this trim first, then the flange, then click OK. So here is beautifully our flange is done. Now what we have to do? We have to create one top face and this side face and bottom face. So I will quickly draw over here for your easy understanding. So here is top, then we have to create here bottom, sorry, side face, and then there will be bottom. We have to create like this, and then we going to trim it with going to trim down with side 1 and side 2. Okay, so where is our top face? So here is top face is already done. Okay, we have already created the side face also. So side face is this, but we have to trim it down, this side face. So that's why what we're gonna need, we need to use uh, the sweep 3 and sweep 2. So sweep 3 is here, sweep 2 is here. So we're going to use the offset of 8 mm tentatively. We can reduce it or we can increase it, so it's up to you, but initially we will go with the 8 mm offset. Here we go. Now what we will do, so right now, where is this offsets? So it's in the flange 1 and flange 2, we don't require. So we're going to drag it and drop to the this side. So I'm going to hide this. Okay, so let's create first L here. L means we have this face, the bigger one, and similarly we have this cross member top surface. So we're going to one trim for this. Okay, so this side face and this bottom face. So we're going to trim it down this face first. Okay, so let's trim it down that. Okay, before that I'm going to hide this trim 7 and trim 8. Okay, let's trim this. So this trim is done, and we have already created offsets of this 8 mm 8 mm. So we will going to use that offset to split down our the latest trim. So here you will see we have created this L surface. Now what we have to do, we have to use this trim to again trim with our top face. So where is our top face? So this one is our top face. So let's trim with this top face. So this top face and our, so we have to choose the trim first and then the surface. So, okay, so here you are able to see this is totally done. Now what we have to do, we have to unhide the trim 7, again unhide the trim 8. Now this will be our final trim to create a basic surface. I hope you understand this. If you have any doubts, please comment me down. So I will try to solve your problems in upcoming videos. So now we will move to the fillets. So we will try to provide here fillets. If there is another problem, then we will see. Okay. So let's go with the top fillets will be around 5 or 8. So I will make it. So here is an issue. We haven't decided the where will be a thickness. So let's go with thickness will be at outer side, because this flange is meeting with the cross member. So for that we have to move it down this by 1.4 mm, because if we are providing the thickness at outer side, so it will be a clashing with our rail surface. So let's check. So we have created this. What we have done, we have extracted this face. Okay, then we have untrim, and then what we have done, we have created an extrapolate. Okay, so I'm going to define the extrapolate over here, going to the offset command, selecting the offset command. Okay, reverse the direction. We require bottom side with amount of 1.4, and I'm going to insert this operation between our geometry. So that's why we're going to use the insert mode. Just click on the insert mode, then click OK. Okay, so here you're able to see our geometry is now is under update. So what we have to do, select the last operation and use local update, or you can directly use the shortcut key Control U. Now going to unhide this. So you're able to see there is will be a gap from top face to rail surface, so it will be a 0.4. Yes, so our modification is done. So now we're going to provide the fillet over here. So this fillet will be around 10. So 10 is too low, so we're going to increase around 50. 50 is decent, so here will be a 50, or we can increase up to 100. Let's check. 100 is not okay, so we will go with the 50-50 for the both sides. Okay, or you can increase the 100 over here, but we forgot to again define the fillet, so just need to double click over here, or you can use direct drag drop to fillet. I think it's not possible, then we have to delete and we have to provide it again. Or you can use a change geometric set. So let's go with the change geometric set. Right click, change geometric set, select the set inside. Okay, so here you're able to see, I think we haven't checked before. Not we what we want inside. So here is, if you want before, then you have to click yes. If you want inside, then you have to click no, then okay. So you're able to see we haven't selected the inside, that's why these both fillet are transformed before this fillets geometric set. Now here I'm going to use this. I think this I selected the variable we require, actually edge fillet. Select this edge, put it down the value of at least one ribbon cannot be performed correctly. Okay, so here you're able to see what happened. So here we haven't uh, actually provided the relief, so that's why that mainly problem is occurred. So for this we're going to define the trim and split, and then insert one geometric set over here. Okay, what we have to do, we have to insert a geometric set over here, and we have to create a relief. Okay, for this what we're going to do, we're going to use these faces. So this one, this second, and this third. So we're going to create offset of this face from here to here around 8, from top to bottom around 8, and from this side to here around 8. Okay, so let's do that first, then we will see the next operations. From this offset I'm going to unhide this offset, and then from top to bottom is 8. So this one is done. Now use the quick select this side face, which is sweep to, unhide the sweep to, create one offset, check the arrow direction, reverse the direction, value is okay 8. So here what we have done, we have created this 8. Now from this side to inside, so I have use the quick select the sweep, we require sweep 4, selected the sweep 4. Okay, reverse the direction 8. Okay, and now I'm going to the geometric set where we have already created this the three offset of 888. Okay, where here we going to use this trim. Okay, now put it down the value of 3. Okay, now here is the last edge 3. Okay, now I'm going to use delete. I'm going to delete this fillet which we have done earlier. So we will try to provide the fillet for relief first, and then then we will try to provide the fillets. Now I'm going to use the split operation. I'm going to use the split of our main trim with this relief, and then click OK. So you're able to see here what I have done. I have created one relief over here. Similarly, we have to create a relief for the three faces. So with what will be there? So here we have to create a relief, here we have to create a relief, here we have to create a relief. Okay, so we will use the same surfaces. There is no need to create a similar surface again and again. So for this we have to create we have to use this face to create 8 offset, which we haven't done already. We have done. Similarly, what we have to do, we have to create one offset from here to here. Similarly, that one is also we have done. So let's unhide and check which we require and which we don't. So here we require this face, and again here we require this face, but we haven't created from bottom to top of 8 offset, so we will create that first. Okay, so offset 14 we're going to use, offset 15 we're going to use. So I'm going to hide that again, and I'm going to create a from bottom to, we require one offset from this bottom face. So what is that bottom face is untrim 3. Okay, from that untrim we have used extra pull 2. So I'm going to unhide this extra pull 2, going to create one offset of 8 then click OK. Now I'm going to unhide this top face, unhide this cross member. Okay, so this offsets actually we required in, yes, actually this offset we required in the relief, that's why I'm going to drag it down to the relief. Okay, now similarly what we have to do, we have to trim it down, this bottom face, this side face, this trim, and then this trim. Now what we have to do, we have to provide the fillet to this. I'm going to use the similar radius of 3 here. Okay, so they reveal a little confused, that's why I'm going to add this fillet 5 and then provide the fillet of this edge, which is a 3. Okay, this one is done. Now I'm going to unhide this split 5. Okay, now using the same split operation over here, split, split, done. So here is, this thing is done. Okay, similarly what we have to do for the here also. So here either you can use symmetry operation or you can create a surface from the scratch, but right now I'm going to use the symmetry operation. So I will how can we use that? So I'm just going to create one point over here. Okay, going to select the midpoint, preview, going to use the coordinate, then okay. Now at the in the reference we have already created the three references. So I'm going to use this extrude 2 and going to just create one offset from extrude 2 to that we have created one newly point. So just going to copy that distance, create one offset from that to that point. So here we go, we just actually we require this point to create that offset. So right now we don't require this point, so I'm going to delete the point. Now I'm going to the relief surfaces. Where is it, our relief? So here is our relief. Okay, now I'm going to unhide these fillets, fillet 6 and fillet 8. I'm going to use this for the symmetry operation here. So you're able to see what I have done. I use edge fillet 6 and use the symmetry operation and then created one symmetry surface. Okay, so that's why there is no need to create a same operation here also. Now for the edge fillet 8, use symmetry command, select the element, select the face, and then okay. Okay, now define the trim split, use the split command, select the main surface, then symmetry one. Okay, okay, choose this split again, select the main split or stream, and then symmetry 2. Yes. So right now all our relief operation is done. Now let's try to provide the fillet over here. Okay. So let's go with the fillet of 5. So here you're able to see now there is no any error, it's pop. So I think this one is okay. So let's provide the edge fillets of the remaining one. So here will be a 5. Okay. So here will be a 5. So at the bottom will be a 5. I'm going to hide this cross member, so I will provide a edge fillets quickly. So here will be a 5, and here will be also 5. Okay. Now I'm going to unhide the cross member. So I'm going to use fillet over here around 50, and here is also 50. Okay. To 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 add strength in this bracket, actually we can use a pencil bead over here. Okay. So uh, let's do that quickly. So here we will add that feature over here, because if you are able to see it will be create a it will be a this bracket will be filled at this point, because here is an unnecessary bend. That's why we're going to create one emboss over here, and similarly one emboss over here. Okay. Let's do that. And we're not going to create emboss here because we require spots on this face, but you can use a bird bead over here, here and here. So we will also do that. So firstly we will add a emboss over here. So let's do this. For that I'm going to use the references. So extrude 3, no, extrude 1, yes. So I'm going to use this extrude 1 operation. Okay. And now right now I'm in feature, so I'm going to create one geometric set. Select this feature. No. Okay. I will give a name 1, because this feature will be a 1. Now use offset, select this both side. I think 10 mm is okay. 10 mm emboss is enough for this bracket. Okay. Now what I have required, I have required this top face, because I need to limit to that bid. So I think top operation is of extrapolate 4. Yes, the top is extrapolate 4. I'm going to use the offset of 15. Reverse the direction. Yes, 15 is uh, okay. Now what I want this face, so which is a sweep 2. So I want to create one offset of sweep 2. So I'm just selecting the sweep 2. The offset will be a 3 mm. So I have created 3, but it's still not enough to clear our spot. So let's go with uh, the 4. So I think 4 is enough. Okay, we will change the offset if we don't require. If it's so, select the top face first, then check here. Similarly, select the stream and this stream. Okay, now select this face and the top face. Okay, this is how we created one bid over here. It's perfectly it's okay. Now select the edge fillet, provide the fillet over here. Okay, it's done. Now select the edge fillet again, provide the fillet over here, which will be a 5. So this one is done. Now similarly we're going to use a symmetry operation for this feature also. Okay, for that what we have done, we have created one offset. Where is that offset? Yes, see offset 17. So we will provide, we will rename this uh, symmetry face. We will change the color of this. We will make it a, yes, this color is good. Okay, so first we will going to use split operation. Select this feature, split it down first, then use symmetry operation, select the feature, select the face. So here you will see similarly bid is created on the other side. Now select the feature, define this feature. Okay, now go to the trim operation, select the trim operation, select the base face, base surface, and then the trim surface. Similarly here also select the base face, then the feature. Okay, select this, provide the fillet. How much fillet we required? 5. So 5. If you want to increase this fillet, you can increase up to 8. Similarly here is also, if you want 8, select this, put it down the value 8. Okay, 8. Now this bid is done. If you able to see, we can provide, still we can provide the spot over here and here. Okay, now the bid is done, but we have to check whether we have getting enough land for this spot, which is we require 16 mm. If we not, then we have to increase this bid furthermore. Okay, so let's add one bird beak over here also and here also to provide the extra strength. So for that we're going to use the symmetry face again, unhide the symmetry face. Okay, insert the geometric set in feature. Okay, now going to create one intersect with this in. Now going to use extract. I think I already taught you how to create this pencil bit, so I'm not going to explain it again. I will quickly. So here what I have done, we have created this bud bid 1, sorry, bud bid 2. So this feature is operation 2. Okay, I'm going to use this copy paste, so it will be save my time. So here is our intersect. Just I'm going to replace the extract, and the other thing will be done pretty easily. So this, where is our extract? Okay, actually we have coordinate that now, so there is no need to coordinate that point, so it will be not going to auto update. So let's control U. It's done. Just need to reverse the parallel. It's perfect. So let's define the feature and feature geometric set, select the final trim, select, click OK. Here is also same, select this, then bid, click OK. Finally provide the fillet. So fillet will be a 5. Done. Here our operation is done. So let's move on to the next, the final operation, the splitting operation. Before that we have to create holes and cutouts. So where is our point? So here is the first point. I will create the second point also. The second point is here. Done. Now here is a radius of 5 mm, so we have to create a clearance for the bolt. So we will keep a radially 5 point. We will increase by 0.5 radially, so I am going to use 5.5 over here. Okay, and here is 4 mm, but this bracket position is at the center, that's why we have to use a oblong hole. So that's why we will try to create a sketch there. So sketch is the best method to create a oblong hole. So just position sketch, use projection point. So projection point will be this, swap vertical horizontal. So it's done. Now here is one option that it will be create a one oblong hole. So it will be a 4 because uh, the distance, the locator will be 8 mm, so that's why it's this, and this will be a. Now what we have to do, we have to just coincide with our point. So I'm going to use this point, select this, vertical distance, vertical we required 0, from here to here we required 2 mm, because the total distance is 4, so we require this at center, so 2. Now this will be a at center. No, what we have to do, double click over here and then swap the location, then click OK. Yes, right now is at the center. Click over here, set to 0. Be able to see this oblong hole is completely at our center. So this fill is done. Now use the extrude operation from the sketch, both sides is okay. Done. Now hide this sketch, use the split operation, select the best face and then split and extrude. So here this thing is done. Now the final operation, the final split. So here we are going to use the references and the sweeps. Okay, so let's go with the references first. I'm going to hide this extrude 1. Okay, so here for the spot wheel, at least we require a minimum 14, but ideally 16. So from this edge to this edge, how much distance is there? 14 point something. We just going to increase the 16 mm in there. Okay, so put it down the value plus 16 mm. So here we go, we have created this face. Okay, and also we required one split in the bottom, so in the mid, sorry. That's why we're going to use the 0 option there. So right now we don't require extrude, we require this offset also. Now we require the bottom offset. So where is that? So let's go with, let's unhide this extrude 3. From here to bottom we require at least 16 mm. So let's measure from this to this. So say it's 71.72. We're going to add extra 16 mm in there. So this done, and plus 16 mm. So at least we require this much to get a spot. So here you will see, so we will going to increase the offset of this bit. So first thing is first, so this offset is done. Now we are going to unhide the offsets which we have added earlier. So right now I'm going to use the trim, select this trim, sorry, select this offset, then second offset. Okay, now this offset and this offset. I use the split operation, select the split, select the main surface, then this one, then click OK. So this one is done. So our part is done, just we need to use a symmetry operation. So first check whether it is 16 or not. If not, then we will increase. If 16, then we will decrease because 16 is there. Actually, we use this offset in Z, but this is an angle. That's why it's more than 16. From here to here, it's 16. Yes, actually, it's more than 16 because this angle is different. Okay, we will move this offset further outside. So it will be a 5. That's it. Now we need to move it further. So let's go with the 6. We will increase the fillet so it will smoothen the operation. Yeah, it's fine. We just need to increase the fillets. How much offset is 6? So we will go with the 8. Yes, fine. Now where is our the reference surface of extrude 1? Okay, now we have to symmetry this with extrude. Yes, perfect. Now what we have to do, we have to join this, select the split and then the symmetry, click OK. So here you are able to see um, we haven't provided corners are very sharp, so we are going to use the boundary, select the edge, then click OK. Now go to the circle, select the corner here, select the boundary. Okay, here click on this corner on vertex, select the radius which will be 5 and then select the support. So it will be create a automatically corner where if there is a sharp corner, so it will be automatically going to create a corner over there. It will take a time, then click OK. So able to see here are sharp corners, so it automatically created a 5 radius over there. Then go to the split, select this and select the corner operation. Okay, now here able to see here is enough distance is there. Now you can measure whether it is 16 or more than 16. So here able to see here is a 22 mm gap is there. If you want, you can reduce to for the weight optimization. Okay, right now I'm keeping the same, but you can reduce to weight for the weight optimization. And last thing is we're going to use the join operation. Okay, join this, preview, check the arrow, check arrow is outside, so it's a good sign for us. Now move to the top, define the body. Okay, now go to the part design, provide the thickness, how much thickness we have considered 1.4. So 1.4 thickness is done. Hide this work. Okay, and just unhide the rail surface. So rail surface is perfectly matching at the top, so our bracket is done. Okay, let's check the width. Okay, so how much width is there? Width is 83, so it is too much for us. We can reduce down. Just we have to check this one is we require 16. Yes, this one is 20 21, so we can further reduce this, but what we have required is done. So I hope you understand this press break method. So I think this one is a little bit tricky. uh, Try to rewatch the video again and again, then you will be understand how to create this relief and how to create a place break bracket. Okay, so thank you for watching, and please keep share with your friends also.